Hey there guys, this is Redmercy and welcome to another League of Legends tutorial. This time I'll be doing Kassadin, the Voidwalker. So his abilities are Null Sphere. Basically he fires a bolt that does very nice damage along with silencing for about 3 seconds at level 5, one target. So one of his main skills, no doubt about it. Netherblade, pretty useful skill, it only has one use and I'll explain that later. But it, passive restores mana whenever he attacks and active bonus armor penetration, whatever. Force Pulse. Another one of his main skills. Basically, once he gets 6 stacks, he can activate this to deal AoE damage along with slowing anyone that gets hit by it, and it does very nice damage, better than this, and it's AoE. So again, this is very good skill. And to get the 6 stacks, basically you get a stack each time you yourself, an enemy, or an ally cast a spell. Once you get 6, you can activate it. And his ultimate, Riftwalk, this is basically what makes Kassadin what he is. Basically, it's a free teleport. You can just, you obviously use his mana, but it's just like a free teleport, just like Flash. However, it deals damage in an AoE area of where Kassadin lands. Now, the catch is, so the more consecutive times you do it in a specific amount of time, the more damage it does. However, the more mana it consumes. So after about 3 or 4 stacks of this, the next one will consume a lot of mana but do a lot of damage. So you do want to be careful, as a common mistake I think is to basically, you're stacking it up, you're waiting, and then you finally go in and you have no mana for these two skills. So, you got to be careful of that. Now, my ability order is level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6. And then after this, you have two ways. Either you can start just focusing this and then this, or you can focus this and then this. I mean, whichever you prefer. I personally, I finish off Null Sphere, then Force Pulse, and I do level these two before I level my ultimate again. So I do level my ultimate at level 12 next, the next time for level 2. So keep that in mind. For Masteries, basic caster spell setup. I mean, same thing as my Swain. I get exhaust again. It's the exact same as my Swain, so nothing new here. And for runes, I actually do have runes for him. It's not fully ready, but basically what I do plan on having once it is ready is I already have the 3 quintessences of plus almost 5 ability power. I have full yellow 0.1 mana regen per 5 per level. For red, I'm gonna have pure ability power, so it's plus 0.59 ability power. And for blue, I'm gonna have, once these are gone, obviously, this is gonna be this one plus 0.17 ability power per level. So those are gonna be my runes. So let's move on. Alright, so this is the team. So my summoner spells, Exhaust, Ignite. I think it's very useful, Exhaust and Ignite. Same thing as my Swain for same reasons. So yeah, as you can see, my items that I start off with is the, what's it called? Sapphire Crystal along with 2 pots, because I do make that into the Tear of the Goddess, and for the rest of the items, look in the description. I do have 3 item builds. So, okay, most problems people have with Kassadin, and also one of the reasons people don't play him often, is because they have trouble early game. Early game, Kassadin is very weak, so you have to really understand that, and you have to really be patient. Once he hits level 5, then you can start nuking. But early games, guys, just use your Q skill. Just use that to last hit the creeps, and every now and then, just you can use it to hit the heroes, but other than that, you use it to last hit creeps. So you have to really stay back, but here again, I'm level 5, and Pantheon is getting a little overconfident, because he doesn't understand that my nuking ability is just higher than his right now. I mean, at the lower levels, his was higher, but mine is higher now. So I mean, as you can see, look at the HP difference from the same amount of nukes, 2 nukes, or 2 just spells rather. So again, you guys have to wait till about level 5. Usually that's when you can start nuking nicely. Level 6 especially. That's when I start becoming aggressive. But again, Kassadin is a very squishy hero, so I don't have my level 6, so I'm very vulnerable when I don't have it for a gank. So you have to watch out for that. Don't get too cocky when you don't, before you hit level 6. As you can see there, I got mopped up pretty fast. So here is just a basic gank over here, how to use his skills. You want to use his E skill to hit as many people as you can, and then just mop the rest of them up. So here I'm going to chase Vlad. I want to throw my Q skill and then E at the same time. So basically I hit at the same time, a nice nuke, and then he transfusions to basically give my last stack to E, and I mop him up. Here, I teleport away and I easily dodge Pantheon's stun. So again, his teleport is very useful to escape and to gank and to do damage for everything. I mean, it's just so good. Here, Ashe's ultimate hits her. I go in and I try killing her, and I get a little overconfident in the sense that, Kassadin is a very squishy hero. I wasn't sure if I killed her or not. But then again, I forgot I had the red buff. So then I kind of went back and forth a bit, and that cost me my life right there. So Kassadin is very squishy. You usually don't want to tower dive with him until the late game and you know what you're doing. But early game, you guys usually don't want to tower dive because the tower will wipe him pretty fast. So here I quickly kill Vlad, and then we mop the rest of them up. I can't catch Evelyn, so I stop chasing her. Pantheon, I see it jumping in, and I quickly go and we kill him. So once you hit level 12, because that's when all your main skills other than your level 3 ultimate are going to be maxed, that's when you can really start doing some serious damage. I mean, usually you want to hit level 12 as soon as possible. It's really important. Once I hit level 6, like I mentioned, that's when I start becoming really aggressive. And as you can see right there, tower died. I jump in and I start slowing her and killing her. As she should have went back a bit earlier, but whatever. So here, Kassadin is a great escaper. Normally a hero would have died right here from Vlad, but I just teleport over here and I'm safe. So Kassadin, great escaper. Don't forget that. So here I'm gonna try gank, or they're trying to gank me kind of, but they're very dedicated to kill me. I mean, as you can see, Vlad is just chasing me. He really wants me dead, but then I just miss my skills a bit, and I teleport away because I don't want to be in the main fight usually, because I am a squishy hero and I do get targeted a lot. So I just jump in when I have to mop him up, because that's Kassadin's role. He's nuker, and nukers usually are there after the first few seconds of the fight, after all the big damage has been dealt. As if you're there for the big damage, and all that big damage will be dealt on you, and you'll die that much faster. So here's a great example of a basic gank of how you would do against a single hero. You go into your ultimate. Usually you will hit your ultimate, then you throw in Q, followed by E, and then you just keep using ultimate and rinse and repeat. So that's also a reason why I said W is useful, because you activate W to give a extra stack to your E skill, so that's why you use W. So here's another example of early game laning. As you can see, I'm staying back. I'm just throwing my Q skill, last hitting the creeps, and it's also giving me my stacks for E. So then when I'm ready, I can nuke her. So again, I'm just nuking her every now and then, but again, I was level 3 there, I can't do much, but here I just hit level 6, and once I hit level 6, like I said, I become a lot more aggressive, as you'll see in this video, or this clip rather. So another thing I want to mention is, once you get your Mejais, because Mejais I usually do get, right after my Tear of the Goddess, I basically get an elixir, the blue one that gives you AP, and that helps me get my stacks a lot easier. So then again, right there, and if you got too close, I jumped in with my ultimate and I did a nice little nuke there. Bread and butter. You have to really learn how to do that very effectively and flawlessly, as that is his basically his main source damage. And here's another example, and then we got too close, same thing. Bam, 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 she's dead. Simple as that. So again, after you get 10 or more stacks with Mejais, you should be able to mop up almost anyone with your basic spell combos right there. Other than tanks, obviously, because tanks are they're tanks. So here, usually as I'm standing back there, I will be casting my ultimate a couple times, getting a couple stacks, 2 or 3. As when I go in there, my ultimate will do that much damage. But unfortunately, this time I didn't for whatever reason. And Shen ultied Sion, so it took that much longer to kill him. But again, Kassadin is a great escaper. He just escaped that much easier rather. And then there you go. As I escape, I don't run away. I mean, I don't go back in the fight. I just go around like this. While the main fight is happening, I'm just chilling in the back area, waiting for the right moment to just come in and get a kill. As like I said, Kassadin is a mop-up hero. So here's just perfect, easy example of any hero can do this, but whatever. I just put it in this clip so I can talk to you guys about some more stuff. So clever use of his ultimate can really separate good Kassadin players from bad Kassadin players. What I mean by that is, like I said in the beginning of the video, you should really learn how to use his ultimate, in the sense that make it a couple stacks, make it 2 or 3 stacks, maybe even 4 stacks if you have a lot of mana, and there you go. Go in with the extra 5th stack or 4th stack or whatever, and your ultimate will do so much damage. It'll honestly do a lot of damage, but it'll consume a lot of mana, which is why I said it's more advanced. Because if you're not really sure what you're doing, you can go in there with your ultimate and they only have no mana. You won't have mana to escape, you won't have mana to nuke, and you're pretty fucked. So watch out for that. So a quick overview of what I said. So W, you can use it to increase his stacks. That's the only use for it. Low levels, you gotta watch out. He's not a very good hero at low levels until you hit level 5, especially level 6, and especially level 12. That's usually when you're, basically the GG moment. So after Mejais, I do get blue pot to help me get the stacks. So the blue buff on him is actually, it's whatever. It's as good as any other hero. I mean, it's nothing special. I mean, it helps definitely, but it's whatever. Not a necessity. So clever use of his ultimate can separate bad Kassadin players from good ones. He uses W to last hit in the early games. You really need to learn how to hit his ultimate when you go in, the AoE. Also, I want to mention that when you're farming at the beginning of the levels, his attack animation is a lot faster than most, meaning when you click on the minion, he'll hit that minion a lot faster than most heroes. Also, build stacks when you're at the fountain, use your ultimate to make some stacks, and yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.